I'm Lizzie. I'm a 23-year-old military spouse living in North Carolina right now, but we are gonna move pretty soon. I'm also a teacher on summer break, and I literally have been spending way too much time on my phone, and I think it's time to fix that. I've always been a humongous crafter, and that has never changed, but my organization skills leave something to be desired. And I literally feel like all I do all day is just sit on my phone or watch TV. And I do have a couple of projects in the works. However, I need them to be a little more accessible because right now they're just in a bag in my closet, and that's just not gonna fly. So today I thought we could make an analog bag slash project bag so that I can have an easy place to have everything, and then I can pick it up as I'm watching a show with my husband, or just when I'm by myself, I kind of have a place that I can go to get things that aren't necessarily just being on my phone, computer, iPad, TV. Get me away from a screen. I swear, get me away. I'll show you kind of what we're working with in a second. It's actually embarrassing. I also have a couple of like project-y things that I would really like to get from Hobby Lobby. And I mean, twist my arm, send me to Hobby Lobby. So the things that we're gonna get while we're there, like the binding stuff that goes inside of a quilt, because I wanna make a koozie for my mason jars for my coffee in the morning. I think that would be so cute. And then I can also make them for my friends. We're gonna look for a tote bag. I just recently invested in a Cricut. I'm going to kind of decorate my tote bag with that, so that can be a project for today. What else are we getting? I kind of think that's it. I also would like to look for those big glass beads that everybody's making those necklaces out of, and maybe that can also go into my project bag. And then I have some tiny little seed beads, and I think I want to look for like some string to go in it. Those are all of the things I think we're gonna look for. We may not walk out with all of it, but I actually am so excited. I think it's gonna be so fun, and let's get going. I pulled out all my crafty stuff. It's just been in this bag and a couple of my like analog hobbies. I also have my Cricut in a box on the floor, my sewing machine in our guest room closet, and my sewing box in my closet. So I fear my stuff is everywhere. I'm just testing my little mic. I've never tried to use it before, but let's see if it's working. Okay, the mic is working. Also, can we talk about how cool guy I feel right now? Like, these sunglasses literally always make me feel like the coolest person ever. But we are at Hobby Lobby and I am very, very excited to get in there. I could actually spend every day of my life in a Hobby Lobby. I'm obsessed with it. I'm having trouble deciding if I want a smaller one or a bigger bag. This one's really cute. I really like the leather, but I also think this one beside it is also very cute. I think I'm leaning towards the one with the leather straps, but I can't decide if they're too big. Gosh, I don't know. Okay, I'm back in the car. Time for a haul, rapid fire, because the AC is not on and I'm toasty. So we started with this bag. I'll show you later, but I thought it was so cute. This like handle, I'm obsessed with the leather. Then I got the batting, of course. And then I blacked out and I got two of these like bags so that I can put something in there so it's a little more organized. I got like this case thing that if I don't end up using it for my craft bag, I'm going to put my car stuff in it and probably just keep it in the glove box or somewhere. I got this adhesive for when I do the batting. And then I found the beads. I'm actually so excited about these. I have a couple ideas of some necklaces and things that I want to do to make them, but you know, we have to actually start that process. So let's go home and I'll show you some more things in a little bit deeper detail. Just got home. I had to have a little snack. I also had to make a little coffee. This is a iced salted vanilla, and how to be patriotic because it is July. I'm telling you, just a little tiny sprinkle of salt in your latte hits every time. Let's get into making our analog bag. This is the bag that I just purchased from Hobby Lobby. I really think it's so cute. I love the like leather handles, and then it also has some pockets. You can barely see them, but it has some pockets right here. I'm thinking that with my Cricut, I want to make something iron on to go right here that says get off your phone, or maybe perhaps even here, like on the pocket or something. I haven't fully decided yet, but I definitely know that I want it to say get off your phone. Perhaps a smiley face, perhaps not. I'm not sure. I also think that I want to Cricut something to go on these bags, but I haven't decided what is going in them yet. And so once I make that decision, I think we'll have to go from there. So this will be like an after we finish making the bag. Let's go grab my computer and get designing for my Cricut. This bag was $4.50. Please. Okay, wait, I kind of am loving this like westerny vibe. That could be cute. Like big chunky text. I think that could be really cute. I think I'm leaning a little more toward the more western. This is cute, and I think I might do it in like a red or maybe a hot pink. I also have some sparkly. That could be really cute. I need to pull out all of my colors and decide. So I have this red that I think could look really good, especially in that font. I also have these sparkly ones that I just think are really cool, but I kind of don't think that they're gonna match my vibe for what I want for my analog bag. So I honestly think that this red is gonna be what I go with. I always forget about this iron-on is that you actually want it to cut on the matte side, because this is the part that actually like transfers it, and this is the actual vinyl. I always forget that. Right now, our design is 4 inches by about 2 inches. I think I'm gonna bump it up to 5 by 3. Look at how freaking perfect that is. I'm obsessed with it. It's as centered as possible. I want to make sure that this is, there we go. All right. Okay, yay, it's so perfect. It turned out so perfect. I'm actually so obsessed with this. And now that we've finished our decoration, we can start filling it. So I kind of think that my goal with this bag is going to be keeping it only things that I can actively pick up and start right away. I have these glass beads that we just got today. And then I have 2 packs of these big seed beads. Last summer, I went through a big phase where I was making those beaded fish. I think I might need to make another one and put it on our analog bag, but we'll worry about that later. This way, they're all together. I don't have to dig through my bag to look for them, and they're just all in there. I have jump rings, some fun silver and gold beads, some charms, pliers. I have this chain and then some wire. Then I have little lobster claws, flat beads, like a jump ring, closer ring. Just these little tweezer things. I don't really ever use them, but they're nice to have. This is so full, but as our supplies start to dwindle, it'll get a little less full. I also love a good crochet project, and so I'm gonna put a ball of yarn and then my crochet hooks in there. These are some of my favorite like mind puzzles to do. I love a fill in the numbers, but I have a really hard time finding these. And so I try to kind of savor them and not use them right away. And then of course, I'm a big Sudoku girl. I'm almost done with this book, so bittersweet. I think with these books though, I'm going to put them in this front pouch. Pretty much always have a cross stitch project going lately. I am currently making this onesie for my friend who is about to have a baby. It's gonna be a bear with a bow of the flag. It's very cute. My mom gave me this. I'm just gonna put this straight into the bag. I'm not sure what to do with these, but I'm sure that we will find a use for them at some point. So I'm gonna hold on to them and we'll find a spot. This is what we're looking at. I also have a Kindle, but that kind of lives beside my bed unless I'm actively using it. And then I have other hobbies, but this is everything that fits in our bag. We have a little bit more space, but I don't want to overfill it. I kind of think it needs like a little keychain. I think it needs a keychain of some sort though. So we may need to make that our first project coming out of this analog bag. I do also have a ton of these bandanas. I got these for my birthday party. I was doing a ton of the bandana necklaces, and so that was very, very fun. I'm kind of thinking about just using one as a keychain. I like this dark red for it. Cute, huh? Okay, wait, I kind of think this is very cute. I just kind of tied it on there. Adds a little pizzazz, and I love my little analog bag. It's gonna be so fun. I'm just gonna put my big stack of bandanas in my bag because the opportunities of use for these are just really endless. And if I put them in here, maybe I'll be inspired. There we have it. We just made our analog bag. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep hanging out with me. It was so much fun. And I hope that you'll have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next one.